into the earth. We're going into the earth.
And we are live.
And we're going to do the solstice preparation. We're getting ready to dance in the earth. Boom, in the earth. Down. Boom, boom. And there's a clave rhythm that goes with it. And you can join in and do it with us. As Parashakti keeps the heartbeat, we're going to create another rhythm. It's called clave. Boom, gay, gay, da, da. Boom, gay, gay, da, da. Boom, gay, gay, da, da. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Boom, gay, gay, da, da. Boom, gay, gay, da, da. Go.
We want to hear you clapping with us.
Yeah, join in. Then we're going to do a song to welcome community. Baeza, sasa baeza.
Hey, hey,
Baeza, kusasa baeza.
hey.
Baeza,
Baeza,
baeza. Abagulayo,
Abagulayo,
abagulayo.
Abagulayo.
Baeza, kusasa baeza. Baeza, kusasa baeza. Baeza,
Baeza,
baeza.
hey.
Abagulayo,
Zabagulayo,
abagulayo.
Abagulayo. Oh, I love this. I love how I land in New York, and everywhere I go, I can find the heartbeat of the mother. And the heartbeat of the mother is right here. With great honor, I introduce Lori Schwartz, who has been and is still a trauma therapist of 40 years.
Let's do it.
40 years. Wow. And healing so many souls and so many hearts. And I get to come and beat the heartbeat of the drum when I come to New York with Lori. So welcome, Lori.
Thank you.
And it is quite a summer solstice that we are celebrating tomorrow. And so I thought it would be so beautiful to invite Lori and to share some of her wisdom that can support you in this time of entering into this new cycle of life, into the warmth and the power of your heart. And with that, I pass on the energetic talking stick. Where do we go today with you, Lori?
Well, we are on this threshold of the longest day of the year. And we're also in this transition of no masks. And we're coming through COVID. And we're coming into the celebration of the sun in Cancer. So what I'd like to share with you all is talking about transitions. And what is it to be in transition? Personal transition inside ourselves, transitions in relationships, and the cultural transition we're in. And I just want to acknowledge the beauty of the work you've been doing to help people in transition, and the work at Rhythmia, and what Rhythmia is doing for the world in bringing a safe place for people to birth themselves into community and into their souls and into their hearts and into their bodies. And there are so many ways we need this on the planet. We need new ways to come into community. And so as we make this transition through COVID, the question I'm going to leave me with and you with and everyone with is, where were you before COVID? Where did you experience life during COVID? Where are you in the present moment? And what's your vision and your purpose for the future, for your future, for the future of our society, for relationships? And what I will share with you and help you all, because trauma is about Mother Earth, it's about climate change. It's about changing the climate of our bodies. So if your body becomes the sacred earth and the earth becomes your sacred body, we'll treat each other as brothers and sisters always. So take a moment and take a pause. And I'm just going to invite me and you and everybody to come back home. Coming home is coming back to the soil of your soul. And as together, we just feel gravity, bringing our awareness down into our sacrum, into our legs, and allowing ourselves to settle into Gaia. We take a pause, and as we settle, we're aware that life is invisible and we're being breathed. So notice how breath is entering into your sacred vessel, your tree. And as you feel the breath coming in, believe it or not, the breath turns into water and your whole body is bathing in water. So feel yourself as that bridge of spirit coming into matter as you birth into the soil of your soul. Coming back into the awareness of your essence of being. And with your eyes open or closed, I'm going to share with you something that you can take with you that I use and I used in COVID. And all through COVID, it was pause.
Pause.
Right here. You feel you and I feel me, and we have pause.
Yes.
So pause, as the animal and the divine come together, how do we pause? And pausing for me is the awareness of the P. So I play with letters and I take the P and I honor this time for my beloved brother who I wish could have been to Rhythmia, who left on an overdose. And I am saying P for the pain of all the people out here who need connection. So P takes us to presence, and I can be present with you in the pause. And then we cultivate peace. And in the peace and the presence, we can hold space for each other's pain. And as we hold space for the pain, it transmutes because it just wants love and presence. That's why we do these journeys and go to Rhythmia. We want the presence to release the pain. And then we birth ourselves into peace. But more than peace is I come into purpose and passion with the use of prayer, and I return to the purity of my essence. So that's the P for pause. You can take that with you, you can play with it. And we go to the A, and I use A to mean awareness. I can't change anything unless I'm aware. So awareness of what I feel, of what I'm thinking, of what's going on between me and you. And if I become aware of the present moment and I accept it, then I have a choice. What action am I going to take? And the action I could take could be to hear the wound of George Floyd and get on the streets like everyone did and march, or I could take the action of prayer and stopping and evaluating. So action can be stillness and can be movement. We have choice. And the U in pause is for understanding. I will love you as I understand you. There's no enemy. It's that if I really open my heart to your journey, to where you've come from, whether we're on a journey together or whether we're traveling the world, if I really understand where you came from, I will love you. I'll take the time to put myself into your shoes. We say, don't judge someone till we've walked 1,000 miles in their moccasins. So the understanding for you. And S is stop again. Stop. When we stop, then we can slow down. When we slow down, we can come into sensation. And those of you who know somatic experiencing or the trauma modes, it's about slowing down into sensation. When I come into sensation, I can breathe. Sensation is the fluid body. It's liquid love. It's water going through. As I come into sensation, I can return to myself. Slowing down into my soul and the soil. You can play, it changes every time. And then E. E is for easy does it. And essence. At the essence, we are all one. At the essence, we're all breathing. At the essence, we are being breathed. We are the earth being breathed from spirit. So our essences are one. And as I come back to my essence with ease, I can birth myself into the awareness of the eternal. And so the light and the love can flow through me and through you. And that's what we're here to do. That's what I think COVID was telling us. Take a pause. Feel what you did during COVID. For me, it was going in and building collaborative community. And where are we now? We're at this threshold of the solstice, and all of us have had Zooms and meetings and gatherings to understand where we are as a planet. And people who've done 12-step meetings, they went from in person to 500 people on Zoom. So it's almost like COVID brought the world together. Mm-hmm. It sort of said we are one, because whether you're in Nigeria or South Africa or Tahiti, you're talking COVID. So it brought us into oneness. And now as we come into the solstice and celebrate the birth of summer and the birth of the sun and the birth of each other, we're being asked to take the pause and come back to the essence of oneness with each other and celebrate.
Yes. Big celebration. And I am celebrating because I am on Sunday taking flight and going back to Rhythmia. And I have to say that I feel so grateful and so blessed because for the last 6 months, I've had that opportunity through COVID, good times and bad, for community to gather at Rhythmia each and every week. And so we celebrated 8,000 people about a month ago that came through. Wow. And it is a journey in which I invite you right now to take that wisdom of pause and to feel that higher calling of the renewal, of the rebirth of the summer solstice, and to join us at Rhythmia because we are open. Wow. And I'm so excited to come back and dance with everyone there. And for those who would like more information, you can see on the screen right here. You can call 1-866-936-9446 and join that heartbeat of the drum that keeps on renewing our miraculous soul's journey. So Lori, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and how you channeled through that introspective time of COVID, that simplicity of pause. And that was a lot of information about pause. For me, just the reminder of that word already enhances the wisdom that you shared. So I'll just take in meditation, especially when I go back to Rhythmia and do the work with the plant medicine, is just pause when things feel chaotic.
And interesting, your hands came together in prayer as you're pausing.
Yes.
Yeah, the divine and the animal come back together.
Yes.
And I'd love to visit Rhythmia and
I
play
can't
there.
wait till you come to Rhythmia.
I'd love to be there.
Yes. So many blessings.
Thank you.
Thank you for opening up your absolutely beautiful New York sanctuary to me. And I will see everyone next week in person at Rhythmia and with you on screen. And so do we want to close with a song?
Bayeza. Bayeza is a Zulu song, and it comes from South Africa, and it means we're coming together to celebrate in community.
So perfect. So
maybe we'll close with
let's close with that and sing with us. Sing with us. Yeah?
Okay. So it's Bayeza Kusasa Bayeza. That's what you need to remember. Bayeza Kusasa Bayeza.
it's a wild ride here. So thank you so much for joining, and keep on singing, keep on drumming, keep on sharing your song of hearts. So much love. Thank
Happy
you.
solstice.
Happy solstice.